Hi, I'm Dr. Zimmermann. This is the story of how Dr. Jason Fung has been so encouraging to me in my fasting medical practice. These days, intermittent fasting is out there in the world, but it wasn't always that way, and that's in large measure to the work of Dr. Fung in bringing this practice to our modern medical awareness. I first witnessed a patient receive healing from type 2 diabetes in my clinic somewhere around 2015. And I was so moved to see this person use this open space, this simple practice to burn down blood sugar, help them lose weight and get off of medications, feel better. And I started looking into it and practicing it myself, studying it. And over the course of 2 years, I was progressively expanding patients that I was working on this practice with. And one of those patients was a gentleman who was very overweight, had bad type 2 diabetes, and then suffered a heart attack. And after they were out of the hospital from bypass surgery, they came to consult with me. They said, please, help me turn, my health situation around. And so we were talking about all the good things to do, getting active and moving the body in healthy ways, choosing the healthiest unprocessed food. And I brought up to this patient, I said, here are some scenarios of patients where I'm having them practice fasting, and these are some of the results that I'm seeing. And the patient's kind of eyes light up, say, yeah, this also sounds like something I really want to do. And that patient really took to, all of these things. And the fasting was so helpful to them. They, over the course of a year, lost 80 pounds, and they normalized their blood sugar off medications. Was feeling so good. And they went to a specialist follow-up one day about a year in, and they were so excited to share about, how much healthier they were feeling and doing. And this specialist was just so hard on them and said, about the fasting. Said that is a terrible thing to do. That's not, acceptable, and told them not to do it. And it was very discouraging for the patient. And then that doctor called me and said, what on earth are you doing? This is not a good thing to have people be doing. And I was like, have you looked at what has happened for this patient? They've lost all this weight, and their blood sugar's normalized. Like, that has to be positive. Like, that is so good, and they're feeling so much better. And so usually, things like that, I try to let it, just slide off. But that day I was feeling really discouraged, and I was thinking, like, is anyone else seeing this? Like, and then, I was not into YouTube then, but I thought, I don't know, I'll just go on YouTube. I remember typing in fasting into YouTube, and the first thing that came up, Dr. Jason Fung giving an academic talk, as like a lecture, reviewing medical literature and studies and physiology, and then, describing exactly what I was seeing with patients. I was like, look at this guy. He is out there and giving these talks, and then you see, sharing this with the world and millions of people. And I was so encouraged by that in that moment. And over the years then, being connected with his work, he's produced so many helpful resources, especially Complete Guide to Fasting. I bought so many copies of that book, and I've given them to so many patients. And so many people just in my practice received benefit from that. And so on behalf of patients and on myself and the practice, I just wanted to share my gratitude for that. So if you are coming into my channel and you haven't seen the original fasting doctor, I've got Dr. Fung linked as a favorite channel here. Go check that out. Thoughtful, sincere, scientific reviews and perspectives on fasting. See if you find that helpful. And then stick with me here on this channel. My take, I've definitely tried to have that sort of vibe going on, but then focusing especially on the mental health side of it and the emotional sort of state. Like, how do we help get ourselves in a calm, centered state to try to make these fasting practices as sustainable as possible so that we can get long-term value from it as much as possible. So just wanted to say thank you so much, Dr. Fung. I hope these words can be encouraging to you like you have been encouraging to me over the years. And to anyone with me here on the channel, hanging out, really nice to have you here. We'll see you back here soon, maybe on a live stream, and then we can connect, practice some fasting together. We'll see you back here soon.